Hey, what's up guys? It's Candice
and Leah, and we are in Frankfurt, Germany today.
And today we're on a free walking tour. It's called the Free Alternative Walking Tour, I believe. But it's been pretty good so far.
So we actually are in the Central Park area where all the big banks are. So after World War II and kind of with the American influence in Germany, there was this huge uproar of banking. So they have banks that are kind of partners with the Americans and with the Japanese, the Chinese, so it's a really big central area for banking and business.
And some of the buildings here are like the tallest in Europe. I guess a lot of other parts in Europe have like building codes.
Yeah,
so you can't build higher than the cathedral, right?
Yeah.
So it's really interesting coming here because it's not what I expected. I expected like typical European buildings, but there's like this huge, massive like skyline.
They basically compared it to the Manhattan of Europe or a Manhattan of Germany. There's not much old architecture here.
Yeah, he said the part of it they start calling themselves the Manhattan because the Main River flows through the city.
So if you can't make it to Berlin, there is actually a piece of the Berlin Wall here in Frankfurt that you can check out.
I'm not sure exactly where we are, but we're by the writer Goethe's house. So if you're in that area, just walk around. It's pretty close, like right down the road, and you should be able to find it. So right now we are in Roma, which is named after this building right behind us, which was the city hall. It was actually built by an Italian who they think is from Rome or something like that. I guess nobody's quite sure.
Kind of like a convoluted history of how it came to be, but it's Roma. So.
Yeah. And do you want to tell them what we learned?
Yeah, so actually the house is directly behind us, if you can see that. It's a reconstruction because this whole area, when it was bombed in the 40s during World War II, basically flattened everything out. So they have a more modern twist in the back. They wanted to kind of get rid of that older style since they just came out of not such a great time. On the opposite side, they have the half-timbered houses. So what you would think of stereotypical Germany, opposite side of those ones.
Yeah, and then the city hall that we were talking about, I guess like 10 of the emperors were coronated there, and they used to have like a big festival, like free wine and like meat, which was like really big back in the day because no one ate meat, but they used to have the celebrations there. So yeah.
So we just stepped out of the Dom St. Bartholomew's Gothic Roman Church Cathedral. It's right there. It's super tall. It was built around the 1300s, and it's actually really significant to this area because it was one of the only buildings that didn't burn down during the World War II bombings by the British Airways.
Yeah, so it only suffered some minor damage, it said, and we'll insert a clip of what the rest of the town looked like after the bombing. So here's that clip. And then the church itself was built in Gothic style architecture, so it looked really cool and like medieval like.
Yeah, it was super tall on the inside. And
yeah,
just like
there is a museum connected to the church that you can pay to go into if you'd like, but you can also walk around and see a good portion of it yourself. So that is what we did because we are on a budget. There's actually a couple of other churches in the area too. You can do like your own guided walking tour with the pamphlet. So if you're on a budget as well, we would definitely recommend doing that. Okay, so what did you order?
Okay, so I ordered currywurst and bread. Currywurst is basically a brat cut up, and then it has like a sweet kind of sour ketchup sauce on top of it, and they put a curry powder dusted over the top of that. And then it's also served with a loaf of bread that I already bit into, so we don't have a shot of that.
Look at your tiny mouth. And then I got this big thing, which is a bratwurst, Frankfurt style. Okay.
Okay, what did you order?
And mashed potatoes. Okay, now you try yours first.
I'm a little nervous because I don't like ketchup that Okay, it's really like tangy.
Do you like it?
Tangy, sweet, curry flavor. I don't know, it's different. I've never had anything like
Is it like warm sauce?
It's like, yeah, it's like kind of warm. It's just really tangy. Like it's very like, almost kind of sour. It's good.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not even sure where to start with mine. But here goes nothing. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get everything in the... Okay, we'll try this one first. It's very sauerkrauty. So processing. It's pretty good though. Alright everyone, so that pretty much concludes our...
Don't say that.
That pretty much brings to a close our walking tour of Frankfurt. It was a lot more than I expected. It was actually really fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of history. If you love history, you should definitely do a walking tour. You learn a lot more than if you just, wander around like we did the first days.
Yeah, it makes looking at everything a lot more interesting and educational, obviously. But we're back in the Roma Square, and this is where we're going to close out our video. We're going to go grab something for dinner, or a late lunch, early dinner. It's actually New Year's Eve here, so we're going to go try and catch some fireworks. Alright, we'll see you in the next one.
See ya.
Bye.